Welcome to Fallout New Vegas. I am Hominid Digital. Today we continue lurking around Goodsprings looking for any work we might be able to do, looking for anything we might be able to pick up and keep for ourselves in a without permission kind of way. And we'll see what's going on with that damn powder ganger stuff. See if we can't help this town out a bit. So let's get to it. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Hey there.
Hey there, hi there, ho there. Trudy.
Well, you've been causing quite a stir. Glad I finally got to meet you. Welcome to the Prospector Saloon.
I overheard your argument. What was that all about?
Looks like our little town got itself dragged into the middle of something we don't want anything to do with. About a week ago, this traitor, Ringo, comes into town. Survivor of an attack, he says. Bad men after him. Needs a place to hide. We figured he was just in shock, so we gave him a place to lie low. We didn't actually expect anyone to come after him.
It's odd that Cobb wasn't able to find Ringo. The town's not that big.
Cobb hasn't exactly been looking for Ringo too hard. I think he's afraid that Ringo will ambush him, which is probably true.
Where is Ringo right now?
He's holed up at the abandoned gas station up the hill.
What are you gonna do?
Some of the others, like Sonny, will probably stand up for Ringo if he asks for help, which he hasn't. Personally, I hope he sneaks out of town one night and takes the powder gangers with him.
Never mind. I want to talk about something else.
All right.
Show me what you have for sale.
Got a special discount for you after what you done for us.
I guess for that one person that I helped. I don't think I need a submachine gun, so I'm going to go ahead and sell that. Is that all you got? That's all Trudy has, is just that stuff. Guess I'll take iguana bits, iguana on a stick, Nuka-Cola. The moonshine's going to be good for talking and fighting. Could do that. I think that's good for now, though.
Thanks.
I'm trying to track down the people who attacked me. Know anything about them?
Not much, other than they're a bunch of freeloaders who expected a few rounds on the house. I was able to get them to pay up, though. Of course, one of the great cons did knock my radio to the floor, by accident, and it hasn't been working since.
Did my attackers say where they were going?
They were having some kind of argument about it, but the guy in the checkered coat kept shushing them. Sounded like they came in from the north through Quarry Junction. If that's the case, I can't say I blame them for not wanting to go back.
Why's that?
That whole area is overrun with the kind of critters that just get mad if you shoot them. Merchants avoid that whole stretch of I-15 like it's radioactive, which it could be for all I know.
So where are they headed?
I didn't hear exactly, but the leader was talking about the strip. Fellow wants to get there and avoid the 15, he'd have to go east. Take Highway 93 up.
Want me to take a look at your radio?
Sure, the outside looks okay, but I think something broke on the inside. There'd be caps in it for you. I do like to hear what's going on in the world. And that Mr. New Vegas seems like such a gentleman. Be careful out there.
Repair. There we go. Mm-hmm. I think for now I'll go with intense training. That's just such a good one to take at the start. I'm gonna go with the 7 in strength. Yeah. There we go.
Hey. Feeling thirsty? I can take care of that.
Fixed your radio.
Yeah, I heard it turn right back on after you got done tinkering with it. Here's some caps for the work.
Thanks for the caps.
You're welcome. So can I get you anything?
Nope.
Be careful out there.
Getting kind of dark in here. Good Springs General Store. Let's try there. What you got?
Howdy.
Yep.
You must be the one Doc Mitchell was patching up. The way I heard it, I didn't think you'd be walking out of that office. I've got plenty of supplies for sale. Even got some weapon mods and special ammo. Well worth the caps if you ask me. If you're hurting for caps, I've also got boxes of surplus ammo in the miscellaneous section. They're not great, but you get what you pay for.
Show me what you got.
Can do.
Nice leather armor. Let's get that.
Give me a shout if you need anything else.
Definitely want better armor. Oh, you wouldn't happen to have a shovel, would
looking
you?
to buy some supplies? Can do.
Not in there. Oh, there we go. Shovel.
Give me a shout if you need anything else.
Well, let's go crack open them graves. See what everybody's hiding in there. Why there's even the option to do this, I don't know. Another varmint rifle, alright. Some ammo. Some nothing. Little magnum ammo. Bottle caps. What are you guys doing burying this stuff? Surely it's too valuable to bury with people. Easy, Pete. Regular resident.
Howdy.
Yep. Howdy.
Need more people like you around.
Well, thank you kindly. La 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 la. Oh, he's probably asleep. Oops. I know, I know. I'm a bad, bad man. Woman. I need this food more than he does. Probably. I mean, if he's just going to leave it all there, you know. I need it. I need it. Chat.
Howdy.
Howdy do.
You looking to buy some supply?
Yep.
Can do.
He's pretty chill considering I woke him up just so I could buy and sell stuff. You got some stim packs. I have a feeling I'm going to need that doctor's bag. Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Take it easy.
Yep, you too. Now let's see. So we've got a bad karma, I'm guessing. I am accepted in Good Springs. I don't know where my... Yeah, neutral renegade. My reputation is good. At least in Good Springs. My karma is neutral. Yeah, I'll offer to help Ringo. Might as well up my reputation even more. Hello there.
That's close enough. Who are you, and what do you want with me?
Well, I'm not an enemy if that's what you're asking.
Sorry about the gun. You just caught me off guard, that's all. We got off to a bad start. What say we start over with a friendly game of Caravan? You know how to play?
I'm going to ignore your question and say, did you know there's a man named Joe Cobb looking for you?
Yeah. He doesn't look very tough, though. I hear he's afraid I'll shoot him down from one of the windows when I see him. And he's right. I'll have a much bigger problem once his friends show up. There's no way I could handle all of them in a gunfight.
What are you going to do about the powder gangers?
I'm gonna lay low for as long as I can, assuming the town doesn't throw me to the wolves. I've got no chance against the gang on my own.
Maybe I can help.
We'd just end up sharing the same grave if it's just the two of us. Now, if some of the other people in town were also on board...
I'll ask around and see who I can round up.
Start with Sunny Smiles. She's been friendlier than most around here.
Let's check our stats, because I haven't even been paying attention to see if I... Oh, I think they're waiting until I leave town to start hitting me with the status effects. Hardcore is on, right? Yeah. Okay. It is on. Oh, let's save. Why not? Why not save so we don't have to worry about it? Look at that young bighorner. That is not what I would call a pretty animal, but it is pretty impressive. An impressive creature. Let's go to the old Prospector Saloon. Why did it point me in here if it's going to send me right back outside?
Howdy.
Oh, howdy. Howdy do. Howdy.
Hi there. Sticking around Good Springs for a while longer?
I'm gonna help Ringo take on the powder gangers. I might need your help.
Say no more. I'm in.
Yeah, just like that?
Just like that. I have a feeling that I'm going to end up fighting those guys one way or another, so I might as well get it over with. Joe Cobb talks about leaving us alone if we hand over Ringo, but I know his type. He and his friends will come after the town eventually. However, between you, me, and Ringo, we aren't exactly a force to be reckoned with. A lot of people around here look up to Trudy. If you could convince Trudy to join us, some of the folks in town might decide to help out as well. I know Easy Pete's got a stock of dynamite somewhere, and Chet just got a shipment of leather armor we could borrow. Talk to them as well. Finally, there's a good chance we'll all end up with extra holes in us. So if Doc Mitchell could cough up some extra stim packs, that'd be great.
Any idea on how to convince Trudy to join us?
A silver tongue would help. Convincing Trudy that we had a good plan to win the fight would also help.
Would Chet be willing to help? Would Chet be willing to give us his supplies?
I don't think give is in Chet's vocabulary. Even with the town at stake, he'd still make you barter with him.
How can I get Easy Pete's dynamite?
Easy Pete's pretty protective of his dynamite. You'd have to convince him you know a thing or two about explosives before you handed it over.
Yeah, that might be a problem. Well, I also need to get to Prim. Can you suggest a route?
Sure can. Take the road southeast out of town till it hits the freeway. Prim is the town with the roller coaster straight south. Can't miss it. NCR patrols do a good job of keeping the highway clear, but I'd keep your gun where you can reach it easily. You never know who you'll run into. Off the road, you'll probably start running into hostile wildlife. My advice would be to stick to the highway when you can.
Where is that old bastard? Doc?
Welcome back. I had hoped you wouldn't need to come see me again so soon. What can I do for you?
The town is going to be attacked by bandits. Anything you can do to help?
Seems like wherever I go, it's always the same. Folks just never leave each other alone. Oh, I'm not much good in a fight with my bum leg. And my supplies are scarce, but I'll give you what I can spare.
Well, thank you. Let's get Trudy on board.
Hey,
Hey, Trudy.
so you're planning on taking on Joe Cobb's gang. It's a big risk, but I suppose you have to do what you think is right.
Huh. Well, I'll come
Be
back.
careful out there.
I'm gonna need a little level up before I can get her help. Let's see about Chet. Although I'm guessing I don't have the means to get him to listen either. Let's see. I don't think I need to save before I talk to him, but just in case. Somehow that helps.
You looking to buy some supplies?
I need supplies to fight the powder gangers.
Now just hold on. I never voted to take on the powder gangers. That's a 1,000 cap investment you're talking about.
Woo.
Right. Just keep me out of it.
Okay, so I can keep asking, right? Yeah, never mind. Gotta be crazy. 1,000 caps. Alright, let's go to the school, wherever that is. I already forgot where that is. Pick up some cactus. Pretty sure there's going to be some praying mantis in here. Manti. Let's head on in. Oh yeah. Boom. Sneak attack critical. You gonna find me? Uppercut. I know it's cheap, but it works. Good way to avoid lots of damage, too. $23. Yeah. Do I have a science magazine? Something like that. Programmer's Digest. There we go. Yeah, I know how terminals work. Warring. Warning. No, that's 6 out of 7, right? That's 4. That's 4. That's 5. There we go. Hunting. Disengage. What do we got? Couple caps, mentats, pre-war money, stealth boy, and a super stim pack. Very nice. Very, very nice. Alright, let's go towards... Oh yeah, where's Victor? Haven't even spoken to him yet. There he is.
Howdy, partner. Might I say you're looking fit as a fiddle?
Are you decent in a fight? I could use some more firepower if you have any.
Trouble with rustlers, huh? Count me in, partner. Those varmints will be running home with their tails between their legs soon enough.
Oh, thanks for digging me out of that grave.
Don't mention it. I'm always ready to lend a helping hand to a stranger in need.
How did you happen to find me?
I was out for a stroll that night when I heard the commotion up the old bone orchard. Saw what looked like a bunch of bad eggs, so I laid low. Once they'd run off, I dug you up to see if you were still kicking. Turns out you were, so I hauled you off to the dock right quick.
Do you know who those men were that attacked me?
Can't say that I'm familiar with the rascals. Some of the fine folks in town might be able to help you out with that.
How did you end up in Good Springs?
I moseyed into town, 10, 15 years ago. Before that, I can't quite seem to recall. Odd. Anyway, it's a right peaceful town, and I reckon it's as fine a place to settle as any.
I've never seen a robot like you before.
I'm a Securitron. Robco Security Model 2060B. If you ever see any of my brothers, tell them Victor says howdy.
Goodbye.
Happy trails!
Well, shuck it dang darn. There we go. That's what I didn't do last time. Let's see. We want heavy-handed. More damage from my melee, from my unarmed attacks. Less critical damage. And triggered discipline. Well, no. Yeah, it's a tough one. I will take good-natured because the only one skill that I care about is unarmed. and I will quickly increase that again. But the other weapon ones don't matter to me. So yeah, that'll be just fine. Okay. Travel onward. Level up again? Thought I already was level 2. Let's increase repair to 50. Let's do more speech. And one more one more sneak. Repair is going to be extremely useful, so survival. Oh boy. Light touch. Heavy armor just isn't your thing, so you've learned to customize light armor for maximum benefit. While wearing light armor, you gain plus 5% critical hit chance, and your enemies suffer a minus 25% critical hit chance. Interesting. I do like that. Might have to stick with intense training, though. Yeah, let's do intense training again. And I'm going to increase charisma. Yeah. I think charisma is going to be a big advantage to have. Uh-oh. Some white horse nettle. Yeah, I'm going to have to fight this thing. Oh boy, that's not doing much damage. There we go. Just gotta let it get close enough. There. It successfully took down a baby. Oh goody. Now I'm guessing that's the parent that's nearby. It did say to stick to the road. They did specifically say that that was a bad idea to not be on the road. Yeah, there's like 3 of them over there. Maybe I'll stick on over here. Uh-oh. How's that? I'm headed towards Prim. Yeah, one's not too concerned about me right now. That's good. Let's eat something. So you can eat a couple things at a time, and that kind of increases your healing speed, which is good, obviously. But they don't last very long. The better my survival skill gets, the better better food will be for me.
Hey, where the hell do you think you're going? Prim is off limits.
What's going on in Prim?
Some convicts from the prison up the road have taken over the town. Everyone inside is either dead or in hiding. What's more, there are 2 tribes of raiders causing trouble in this area as well. You'd be safer heading back up to Goodsprings.
Well, thanks for the warning.
Be careful. You may want to talk to Lieutenant Hayes. He's in a tent down the road. Just stay on the west side of the overpass if you don't want to get shot.
Okie dokie.
I'm Sergeant McGee of the New California Republic Army, 5th Battalion, 1st Company. If you want to talk about something, speak to Lieutenant Hayes.
Where are you from?
I'm from Hub originally, but it's been a long time since I saw it. I'm on my 2nd tour here. Most non-commissioned officers are.
Goodbye.
Ma'am?
Lieutenant Hayes' tent.
Hello? I'm Lieutenant Hayes of the New California Republic Army, 5th Battalion, 1st Company. What's your business?
What are you doing out here?
We were sent out here to hold back the tide of convicts from the correctional facility. As you can probably tell, we aren't doing the kind of job we could be doing.
What's the problem with your mission?
The mission isn't a problem. The problem is with supplies. The convicts are better armed and organized than our intel initially suggested. I'm trying to get some reinforcements here, maybe some guns with some firepower, but shit. Things are just going slow.
Do you have any information on the convicts?
Not much. They've taken to calling themselves powder gangers, mostly because they've taken to using the explosives meant to clear boulders as weapons. They got organized faster than I would have thought, most of them at least. Thankfully, the small group in town here seem to have split off from the main force, so they aren't getting anything in the way of support.
Tell me about the correctional facility.
Most people just call it NCRCF. That's NCR Correctional Facility. A little bit ago, the convicts there staged a coup. Killed the guards that weren't able to escape. And I've been ransacking the area since then.
I have some other questions.
I have some free time. Ask away.
Actually, I don't.
Ma'am?
Hey. Got business here?
Nope. Apparently not. Alright, I think before we head into the next area, we're just going to call it here. And yeah, love playing this old game. It was... I remember initially upon playing New Vegas, I found it harder to get into than Fallout 3, which some might find that a bit blasphemous, but that's how my experience was. First time I played it, I was like, I don't really enjoy this. And I gave it another chance, and it's even better than Fallout 3. I mean, they're both great games, but a Obsidian did an amazing job with this game, because this is probably a lot of people's favorite Fallout. So, yeah. And next time we'll get into more of the story here. We'll head into the Powder Gangers area. Do some real fighting. But until then, be good to yourself, be good to each other, and have a good day. Bye-bye.